Hello guys, this is Barry here and welcome back to another video, and today I just wanted to talk a bit about an experience I had a little bit over a week ago because I actually went to a Trump rally. Now, if you don't know, do I like Trump? No, but I learned actually that Trump was going to have a rally at the school I go to. So I thought this is a golden opportunity to do content, and here we go. Originally, I was gonna have a just a tiny peek, but then I decided eventually to go all in. And yeah, even though I never got inside of the area where the rally was happening, where Trump actually was, I only stayed outside in like the area around it. I still found a lot of interesting stuff, and I think you all will enjoy. I also, when I was sharing this to one of my friends, a more or less acquaintance of mine kind of ended up joining the table while I was talking, and apparently he actually went inside. He got mere hundreds of feet from Trump. So yeah, that's interesting. But he didn't really send any video photos. I didn't tell him that I was going to do this video, so yeah, that's just going to be more left out of this. Now, why am I doing this so late? You might be wondering. Well, one simple word: homework. I've just recently been having so much homework lately, and it's taken so long to get this video out. So yeah, excuse the pile of clothing I have in the back. That really shows how stressed on time I am. I still don't have a lot of time left, but I just try my best to squeeze this in. And let's get started. So, how did I find out that the orange Cheeto, or Cheeto, whatever you want to call him, is coming to my school? Well, the Wednesday before the rally, I overheard a girl say, I think she was asking the teacher or the professor if uh about it because she heard that Trump was coming, which I never even heard about. Knew that like around a month before he was in a town nearby, although I didn't even realize he was going to my school. And my professor just said, I don't know. And the only thing he said was quite comical. Don't bring a gun. He actually said that. I don't know if that was some sort of like miscommunication or whatever, but that's not going anywhere anytime soon. So then, of course, I told my mom about it, and apparently she actually decided to take a look. And it was happening. There was going to be a Trump rally at my school. And that leads us to the day that I was going to do it. For a long time, I really wanted to vlog it, but at the last second, I decided not to. So none of this is I have any footage of, but I'll show up pictures as I go on with this video, just so that you can have an idea on what I saw. These were pictures I've taken, by the way. So yeah, that leads us to the rally. So originally I was just going to take a tiny peek at it, and I decided to start from as far away as possible. So basically, the rally was on the opposite side of the school as where I was, so I kind of walked towards it. Although I kind of made a giant loop on the back end to walk back, and that's when I saw first that there's this cloud right here, which looks very much like the island of Hispaniola, which is very ironic, hearing what he said in the previous presidential debate.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Anyways, there was a giant field there, so I kind of looped back, and then I saw this. So now I was like, what the hell is that white thing? It looked like a chicken with the Trump hat. I was like, is that can't, like, that seems like self-mockery. Like, why would anyone do that? Until I got a bit closer and realized that was actually just a squad of Democrats just hanging out right outside the Trump rally. I think the Democrat the Democrat group per se. There's a Democrat club or whatever in school I went to. Decided to camp out there just because why not? And it turned out that one of my friends were there, so we ended up we did end up having a bit of a discussion. I was just saying that I was just going there just for curiosity. I'm basically being a double agent. And then I started walking. Well, actually, I kind of looped back there after. First, I got a tiny peek, although I didn't really see anything important, so that's why I'm kind of giving that up. So then I just started walking around and taking a much deeper look into what was happening in this very American thing. And I just so happened to see a drone. It, as you can see, it was on this picture, it was on the floor. Although there's one time where it was like literally on the exact opposite side of the rally area, and I still was able to see it, which is quite freaky. You know, the flashing lights and that sort of stuff. But yeah, I saw that was a cop controlling it, if you're wondering. And then I decided I saw that there was sort of on there were like TVs showing the Trump rally outside of outside of the building just for more people to watch. And Trump wasn't there, but what I did see is this. Underneath Kamala is lying to you, factcheckharris.com, there's a little Sheets ad. That has to be like, there's something so comical about that Sheets Field Love. That must have cost so much to put up there. I mean, but yeah, I did some more walking around. I even saw a few mounted police officers. But yeah, or sorry, what I did was I decided to go around the building and then just check out everything. And for the most part, I didn't see anything too important. And so I saw this one billboard, which was circling some of the most ridiculous propaganda I've ever seen. And I have to share it to you. First off, are you an American or a jackass? And then there's this, which I showed to a friend of mine, the same friend I was talking about earlier, who wasn't at the rally, but instead was I was talking about what happened. She thought it was fake. She legitimately thought this was fake. Then there's some more rigged election stuff. You know, Democrats stealing election denial. What the hell is that even called? You know, some good old January 6th butt sucking. Not like I was affected by it at all. No. No. There's this claiming that Kamala Harris is like negotiating with terrorists or something like that, which I never heard that, by the way. There's this with, of course, that iconic shot of Trump, you know, after he was shot, him standing up in the in the air with the American flag behind him, saying that he is America's hero. Here's some good old propaganda again, talking about inflation. Fight, fight, fight. Fight for your life, baby. I should not be laughing about this. Especially since on multiple different times I've gone on rants on how shooting presidents is not cool at all, and it should not be tolerated. Like, it is inherently undemocratic. The reason why I let out a giggle was because I just found the way this is phrased kind of funny. Harris and Hillary's lies will get President Trump killed. What? Also, why are you framing Harris and Hillary but not Biden? I hate to use the word here, although am I maybe sensing some misogyny here? Like, is he trying to butt suck the incels? Like, what the hell is this? Democrats are destroying America. Good old Republican propaganda. By the way, if you're watching this and you're Republican, I actually don't hate you. I just meant that was like extreme far right propaganda. But anyways, remember, they're after him. Or they're not after him, they're after us. That gives you conspiracy theory vibes. In all seriousness, I feel like a lot of people in the far right have felt like this because, you know, their beliefs have been like labeled politically incorrect and that sort of stuff. And for a long time, there's been kind of this push in the U.S. to per se silence them because they might be seen as hateful towards a lot of different groups, which are more or less seen as protected. So I can kind of see where this is going, but still, it's funny. Second assassination attempt failed. Good to know. He's trying to put himself on the same podium as Tito. Wonderful. Or Fidel Castro. I know I've been calling him Tito a lot. Castro is probably more accurate, to be honest. At least it's in the same continent. And at least he's alive still. Tito has to be dead, right? I don't know that for certain, but he has to be dead. I also, after seeing all of that, I ended up returning to like an area where there's a lot of people, and this giant screen swap the vote. Too big to rig. Place your place your plan and vote today, or whatever the hell that says. SwapTheVote.com. Swap the what the fuck? If you're talking about the Democrats rigging the election, there's not really anything just too big to rig. Like if there was some sort of like, let's say the Democrats actually were rigging the election. No matter how many people you that voted for you, they're still just make it up and pretend like there's even more people who rigged it. And right before I left, I saw that there were free books being offered. And guess what? I saw this. The Great Controversy. Will two former rivals unite? With and if you're wondering what the bottom flag here is, that's the Vatican. This is so Trumpy. It's funny. Like like I mean, it's pretty well known in the U.S. that a lot of people are extremely like Christian and conservative, support Trump. So I just found this really funny. Well, two former rivals unite. People have thought like of course, being the average. I've heard some Americans think that was Russia actually. Just with the average geography knowledge of the average American. Well, my mom even thought it, and she majored in Russian. Although I'm pretty sure the reason why was because of the bottom phrase. Well, two former rivals unite. That sounds like some pro-Putin propaganda. There was one person who legitimately thought that the bomb flag was the Soviet Union. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's the one flag that all Americans should know, and yet this isn't even red. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, I'm starting to die now, and yeah, basically that was the end of me exploring the Trump rally. So I just decided to walk back home, and I was satisfied. I felt like I had enough infiltrating. I've got all of my notes taken down. I can send it back to the Democrat HQ. And by the way, the Democrats did end up leaving in that one tiny tent or thingy there. And when I decided to check the screens to come when I came back, and Trump wasn't even there. Took me 45 minutes to do all of that, and Trump didn't even show up. Like what the? So he did show up eventually, but like did he do it like an hour after? Like what the fuck? Like at least be honest, okay? But anyways, that's enough for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I actually nearly died creating this video. This was bruh. I couldn't help but laugh, okay? Make sure to leave a like, dislike if you dislike. Make sure to subscribe my channel, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out.